Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea, and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion, and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in, it has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise business for you. Today, we will introduce you a leading premium menswear brand specializing in designer ethnic and the formal apparel product is called Hilo Design. Hilo Design, with a strong presence in Hyderabad, the brand is expanding its reach across India through a strategic franchise model. Hilo Design blends traditional craftsmanship with modern aesthetics, offering made-to-order and ready-to-wear collection tailored for wedding, corporate events, and festive occasions. This brand is recognized for its sustainable, ethical, and locally sourced production practices, ensuring quality, fair wages, and responsible sourcing. Its inventory lights model and centralized supply chain make it an attractive investment opportunity for franchise partners. To talk more about this brand, I'm joined with the co-founder himself, and also we have Ashok Kumar from Franchise India side. But before we start the brand presentation and talk more about the business model, I would like to request every viewers that you also have opportunity to ask questions related to the brand or the business. My request is to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. We will come back with the answers once the presentation is over. Now, I would request the Hussain sir to please take the lead. Let's start with the intro, and my also request with you would you to please introduce the panel from your side, from the brand side, the founders and the co-founders. Unmute, please. You need to unmute it. You're on mute, sir. Presence, yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning. Myself, Hussain from Hilo Design. I look after the business development part. And at Hilo Design, it's founded by siblings Mauna Gumpadi and Sahib Gumpadi. who were on a mission to revolutionize men's fashion in India. Mauna, founder with a background in design, and Sai brought his expertise in business, product, and marketing to the mix. About the brand and all, Hilo Design basically it's in men's fashion in India and empowering men to embrace unique style and feel confident. We cater in specializing in Indo-Western blazer tuxedos, pattu sets, Nehru jackets, kurtas, shirts, and trousers. That is all. And I'll just take it forward to the founders. Uh, yeah, Mr. Bharat, can you connect with our founders?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I
Yeah.
really a very warm welcome, Mr. Gumadi. My request is to let's start with your intro. I would really love to. We would really love to, listen to you, your journey to start this business, and what all been your milestone so far. So, yep. If,
So yeah, so this is Sahit, and my sibling Mona is not on the call today, but both of us started a brand Halo Design. Where it all started is that we found an opportunity between traditional luxury couture brands versus your retail brand, in the example of menswear, probably something like Manish Malhotra versus something like your Manyavar. We found a huge gap in terms of access to design at a price point that the market is demanding for. That's where Hilo Designs market opportunity we realized, where what if we can bring in a great design at an accessible price point. And try to create a mass premium brand in this segment. That's how the idea originated. And also, what we realized is that fashion brands are traditionally heavily involved in inventory, especially in this segment of weddings. And as you know, as we see over the years, the wedding industry is growing a lot, and there is a huge opportunity for a brand like us, where the customer interests are changing. They want to showcase themselves in a better and the best way out there, and considering that the market is not serving them in terms of their price point and the kind of design aspiration the middle class or upper middle class or the mass premium segment has. So that's the opportunity where the traditional brands are trying to come up with a lot of inventory, but sometimes having a heavy inventory also has a problem to it. So at Hilo Design standpoint, we also created a technology to kind of bring in a made to order scalability model, which kind of differentiates us in some sense. So we realized this opportunity back in 1920s when we kind of experimented with the brand. We started as an online brand, me and Mona. Mona is a designer and a stylist. She styled in a lot of Tollywood films. She's also done a couple of designs which are a very pop icon style in Tollywood here, and kind of showcases her approach to design. And a couple of famous films include DJ Tillu. With her design style, her thought process into it, and with our team. And myself, I've done my MBA from FMS Delhi. Later worked with Paytm as product manager. I come from a marketing and tech background, where we realized that which kind of made both of us as a good partnership in kind of getting the disrupting this particular segment. So after starting as an online setup, we realized we've kind of scaled up our shirts, kurtas, the low AOV products online, and realized we're getting a lot more inquiries onto the weddings, and we have seen like a lot more opportunity in the physical space. And that's where in the last slightly more than a year time span, we started our exclusive business outlet in Hyderabad. And post that, we have seen a tremendous response and for the brand, and we realized that physical is the way to go. While we built a great brand online, the physical gonna reap lot of value to our to a lot of value because of the weddings, festivities, and the kind of spend that the customers could do on a physical store location. So yeah, that's been broadly our journey, and yeah, like take it from there.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request you to please let's take run through the presentation,
Presentation.
and
Yeah.
once we will complete that, and then we'll take the questions.
Sure.
By the time I'm trying to share the presentation over the screen,
Sure.
my request is to all the attendees that in case you will have any questions related to the brand, please keep on noting, or maybe keep on posting it into the Q&A box, and we will take up all those questions once the presentation is over. So just give me a second. Let me just put it there. Yeah. Okay. So and also please let me know once when you want me to change the slide.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see the slide right now.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, Apurva, there's something I think wrong here. Your screen is not visible, so you can turn it off. Let me open the file, and I will share at my end.
Should I try from my end?
No. Let me share it.
Okay.
Just let me know once my screen is visible. Is it visible?
No, it is just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it is
loading?
visible now.
It's visible now.
Okay.
Okay. So let me take it.
So say just once your slide is over, just let me know to click on the next slide. I will move there.
Sure. So yeah, introducing Halo Design to you guys. First of all, thank you for showing interest in our brand, and which is a smart thing to do considering that this particular industry needs a revamp from a new age modern brand appealing to modern Indians. So yeah, the idea, we are basically a D2C omni-channel brand. We are making designer wear effortless and accessible to modern Indian men. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So as you know, the apparel industry, though there is a huge market of 1.7 lakh crores in ethnic wear segment, it's more or less unorganized in the major segments still today, with which creates a lot of opportunity in terms of a direct to consumer brand. Especially this is a time where Indian brands have a lot of potential to create lot more aspirational brands. But if you see the market today, everybody, in terms of the keeping the financial aspiration aside, every Indian would like, has their own aspiration, own craving for luxury in terms of how could they put themselves better, in terms of, when you're attending your events or when you're doing your own events, there is a strong aspiration for design, there is a strong aspiration for luxury, but obviously most of them cannot afford a luxury price point, to high end couture or so. But that's where the quest for the rise price point comes in, where there is a lot of unorganized markets in terms of boutiques and all, but you won't have that kind of trust or reliability in terms of your product output. So considering all of this, and considering that the average Indian man is very busy, they are looking for, especially in terms of men, are looking for something that you could do for them, so that they can make it effortless in that segment, so that they don't need to worry about clothing but want to look great. That's what a typical Indian man is. So yeah, that's the challenge, and that's where there is an opportunity to create a brand like us, which can make designer wear more accessible and effortless. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So the market is moving, towards obviously an organized segment, and there are 10 to 13 million weddings every year. And the great thing about this particular industry is that the margins are pretty high. Your gross margins are, up above the roof. And as you grow in this market, the margins are only going to get better. If you look at this kind of an opportunity, is where we're talking about not just in India, but also internationally. There's a lot of abroad segment, which are Indian origin men, who are looking for, to celebrate their festive ethnic and, casual wear. That's where the opportunity is pretty big. Can we go to the next slide? So the idea is to make, designer wear fashion accessible. The idea is to create an accessible luxury for the customers in an omni-channel setup, but at the same time bring in that USP of, made to order technology along with ready to style picks. So we currently craft our designs from shirting, kurta, Nehru jackets to Indo-Western to sherwanis. But also we kind of, you can come into the store, pick your fabric, like shirt or like suiting, to kind of make a made to fit jacket for you. And this is the product range which has a capability to have very high average order values, which also means that it's not about the volume of customers that we need to make the customer walk into the store, but it is the like the right kind of customer that we need to make the setup happen. So this is what the product range that we offer, with a very smart inventory and a made to order precision that we bring onto the table. Next slide. So it's founded by myself and Mona. I'm a graduate from FMS Delhi. Later, I worked with Paytm as a product manager, where obviously that's the kind of experience that I have to bring in the technology that is necessary in this particular field to kind of disrupt and be unique from the existing players. Mona is a design graduate from Pearl Academy. She styled multiple celebrities and also have created her own mark in the industry. And we as Hilo Design also have served to multiple celebrities as such. So yes, I'll go to the next slide. So the idea is to launch quick and trendy designs on order onto the platform, so that all our physical stores have access to the products without maintaining a lot of inventory, and as a brand we analyze whatever is working more and bring that inventory to the stores, so that it is very inventory light. At the same time, whatever inventory we're putting out, especially the best sellers, which would help us create. At the same time, whatever orders that the stores are taking on a made to order level, our platform will ensure the seamless aggregation of our manufacturers to kind of make it easy for the partners to receive the products in time. Yeah, next slide. So as I told, we are different from the existing traditional setup, where we have this made to order technology, and we'll make even at the store level, to kind of take the measurements or anything, it would be very smart setup to kind of take the inputs or process the manufacturing, at the same time give that kind of style assistance to the customers. See, today every customer is looking for a unique style. Every customer is looking for a special assistance to them. So that's where, in our store, there won't be just the salesperson, but the stylist who will guide the customer in choosing the right product, and will feed into our technology, which could make it seamless for the product to come to the store. Yeah, next. So we backed by multiple investors in India, and that's where we started our journey from. Yeah, we can go next. So yeah, we're also available on Myntra and Aza Fashions and multiple designer stores. There is already a brand visibility online across the states in India, in also in US, because we get quite some orders in US. So the brand visibility of online is already there. Now they don't want to spend that 50,000, 60,000 online. They want to come physically, see that and buy. That's where it begs to the point that can we create a physical store in all these locations where it can create access for the customers to look at the brand online but come purchase offline, and that's where we would need these stores to scale up the brand. Next. So this is how broadly the store looks like. It's a very, very modern, minimal setup that we have created, very unique from the kind of retail experience currently the other brands offer. It's a very, it is a very modern, very minimalistic style. Goes with our whole brand thesis. It is current store in Hyderabad is built over close to 1800 SFT, and the design layout and all will be according to the brand layout. It kind of creates a very unique experience for our customers today. Next. So yeah, so we are looking for a FOCO model to kind of bring in the investors. Why are we looking at FOCO model is essentially also to not give that pain point to our customers today in terms of operating this business model, as it's slightly on the unique side in terms of customizations or in terms of styling assistance to the customers. So that's where we wanted to bring in a FOCO model with the minimum area requirement being 1500 SFT and investment ranging starting from 75 lakhs, with expected ROI being 30% here. We can go to the next slide. Yeah. So the target segment is pretty straightforward and pretty big opportunity. Is like the weddings is the first big target where they're looking for one-stop destination for the clothing in terms of different needs, and also individuals who are seeking for their styling in terms of everyday shirting, suiting and stuff, and party goers, your embroidered shirts, kurtas and stuff like that, who are going to the weddings, and obviously the professionals who are looking to set their wardrobe made to fit and look straight and good, so without their effort involved. That's what Hilo Design comes out here. Yeah, next. So we're looking for definitely a partner who is very, holds that vision with us and patient with us to kind of grow this brand to the very, the biggest brand possible in India. We're looking for, obviously with a sense of entrepreneur thought process, who can come from any diverse background, but are here to be part of our journey and scale this up brand. And some of the things that we put out here is just an indication to tell you that what kind of partners are we looking at. Yeah, next. Yeah, so some of the reasons that you should partner with us is that we are definitely, in terms of the product portfolio wise, we are a very unique aesthetic. You must have observed our products if you looked at it, the kind of aesthetic that no other brands brings onto the table. Secondly, there is already a very strong proof point in Hyderabad with the store. We were able to hit as high as 50 lakhs a month, and a very strong royal and regular base. And also this is, and we are going to introduce more portfolio in terms of casual wear and premium casual wear and unique statements point of view, which kind of will make the brand growth even more better. In terms of, there is an already existing awareness in terms of online, and having these stores across the cities would further strengthen the brand and kind of make the growth happen at the stores level. Yeah, and there is urge to create multiple designs on a month-to-month basis with a very strong product development team that we have. I'm very confident that our design segment, even if you see today in terms of our portfolio, we are way ahead in terms of the if you compare to the design value to the price ratio, and we would continue to do a better play there. Next. Yeah. Thank you for coming down for joining our session. If you have any queries, you can please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for the for the presentation. Ashokji, would you like to go for the financial explanation?
Sure. I think before talk about the numbers, I think we will have some questions from Saeed on the business model itself. So Saeed,
Yeah.
I have some questions basically on behalf of my investors and audience who is watching this live. Just we want to understand some of the store dynamics, for the franchisee partners. So the investment requirement that we are talking about, like around 75 lakh rupees, and how usually this setup is done, basically what kind of equipment is required and how you are going to set up the store, what kind of like involvement you require from investor, in setting up the store or run the businesses.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you rightly said, the investment is from 75 lakhs onwards. And to kind of give you a thought process as to where exactly the money would be used, the split is used, is basically the main 3-4 components which are there is that your inventory, right?
Right.
So, one, we would be stocking the inventory. Two, if you're talking about is the interiors, right? The brand has a specific kind of interiors that you could have seen, and to bring in that kind of experience, we would need to invest in that interiors, because the customer currently who is walking into our store is spending upwards of an average order value of 15,000-20,000, we need to give that premium look in terms of interiors, and the franchisee fee. So we are talking a franchisee fee of about 5 lakhs and initial inventory of 40 lakhs, and the rest goes into the interiors part of it. So we are looking at a FOCO model as with a payback investment, payback and total investment close to 2.7. It's a very conservative in terms of the return ROI. But I'm very confident that ROI will be, lot more faster payback than in general. But yeah, that's broadly what the
Yeah.
investment amount is used for. Yeah.
Yeah. So Saeed, basically in terms of a store setup, your team is going to design and set up the store, or a
Yes.
franchisee partner, his responsibility to set up the store.
So yeah, team gonna work with the partner to set up the store. So we already have a design guideline in which we set up our first store. The same setup would be used in a similar design style. Basis the layout, there going to be changes. Basis our learnings that is done from the first store also, there are going to be some changes. But definitely we will be hands-on in putting across and making sure the story set up in the right method.
Okay, great. I think it brings a lot of clarity. So one more question that I want to get some clarity on. Inventory, we said like inventory is required around 40 lakh rupees. So in this inventory, it's a ready to wear, or it's a mix of fabric and ready to wear?
So there is no fabric. It is a mix of. So we would have catalog books than fabrics. We are not like a fabric put and cut piece selling. That's not the brand it is over. So what kind of inventory we would have is we would have inventory from shirts, kurtas, Nehru jackets to sherwanis. But sherwanis we might not have. It would not make sense to keep inventory. There is most of the inventory movement happens in the low price point range. Sherwanis, the customer would want to make it to the measurement and stuff like that. So we basically, cover up all the inventory, but direct selling of the products, we envision that more of our low price point products would move directly from the racks Obviously, they also move, the high price point products also move directly off the racks, but we won't be keeping very heavy inventory on that side of the things. Yeah, we would keep more of a display pieces, more of a combination pieces, so that they can pick and choose. Obviously, pick directly from there, and whatever pieces that are selling the most in all of these segments, especially in the high value segments, they will be stocked. They will be stocked basis the sales standpoint.
Okay. Thank you, Saeed. I think it brings a lot of clarity. So let me just quickly share my screen. We'll look at the numbers and store unit economics that we are offering to the franchisee partners. Okay. So my area requirement that we saw in the presentation, we said is
Okay.
around 1,500 square feet minimum we require. Rental cost we have considered at 200 rupees per square feet. So we
Yeah.
are saying effectively 3 lakh rupees per month kind of rent.
Correct.
So as Shahid explained, one-time franchisee fee is 5 lakh rupees. So that goes towards your store setup, guidance, assistance, training, planning. So that is the cost. That is basically the towards the development of the store and trainings. Here, 30 lakh rupees we have considered towards the store setup. So I think 2,000 rupees per square feet is a very decent cost in terms of setup, because here you will have your civil work, electrical, interior, equipments, your IT, POS, billing, everything basically is going to be set up within this budget. And initial inventory at cost. So of course, this 40 lakh rupees of inventory. After basically, if we add margins, it is going to be at a higher sales price. So total investment for the franchisee partner is 75 lakhs. Yes, of course, apart from this, franchisee has to pay a property deposit for 3 months or 6 months, is depending on the location. So that is basically he has to pay to the property owners if it is a rental property. Now, I think sales that assumptions we have considered here, average ticket size we have considered like 15,000 rupees. Average bill and 4 bills per day. I think that's a very reasonable sales. That's a 60,000 rupees per day. Translate to 18 lakh rupees for the year, and that converts to 2.16 crore. So the inventory stock turnover is less than 4. And I think if you look at the industry average is 4 and higher than 4. Now, what is the offer for my franchisee partner? Because we need franchisee-owned, franchisee-operated, partners. So they are sleeping partner, the investor, who has enough financial bandwidth to invest in this business and who understand fashion business. So they will get a minimum guarantee of 18% or 8% of the revenue share. So the revenue share that we are talking about here, so they will be paid on monthly basis. So whatever the sales basically happens in the month, they will be paid 8% revenue share straight month on month. At the year end, company will evaluate if your revenue share that is paid to the franchisee partner is higher than the 18% minimum guarantee, then basically there is no obligation of minimum guarantee. If our sales figures are, we have considered, is much lower and minimum guarantee becomes higher than your revenue share, then the balance amount will be paid at the year end, right? And based on the current assumptions and estimates, we see that on an investment of 75 lakhs, my franchisee will recover their entire investment in almost in 2.5 years, 32 months. And average ROI is 30%. And if you look at the investment return on the capex, that is 35 lakh rupees. So my franchisee will recover that 35 lakh rupees within a period of less than 18 months. So now just I'll show some, we have done the detailed workings on month-on-month calculations and annual calculations. So my franchisee, against an investment of 75 lakhs, he is gaining a net profit of 90 lakhs in 5 years. So with this, I will end the presentation. Now, Bharat, over to you if you want to take some investor queries.
Yeah. Thanks so much, sir. I mean, we have lots of questions in the chat box. Hussain said, in case if you would like to take that. For example, in the first question that, I mean, what
take the questions.
what are your target customer? Any specific city expansion? You have maybe like tier 2, tier 3, or tier 1?
Yeah. So definitely tier 1 and the metro cities. When we say, like, for an example, here in Telangana, Andhra, we're looking at Hyderabad, which is a metro, and then we are also looking at Vijayawada, Vizag, because we also see there is a lot of aspiration, a lot of and it's very easy to with the kind of average order values that we have, it's very easy to break even or to get a better sales, considering the operation expenses being lower in tier 1. Definitely, we are considering tier 1 cities as well. In terms of the target group, if you have to mention broadly, obviously, as we mentioned, weddings and all the cities have that kind of premium segment that we require for their casual wear, wedding wear, and all. So definitely there is an opportunity, but we are looking at currently metro and tier 1. Yeah.
Okay. The Rajesh Seth is asking why you need an experienced partner from apparel background of which anyways if it is FOCO. How does it matter?
Oh, that's a good question. It doesn't matter, but we would want somebody who has experience in business because they understand they can bring in that kind of obviously the store would be opened in the city that is near you and which would have that kind of somebody who is already in the business or understands business would help to kind of bring that kind of network to the and network and help that is required for the store in their initial launches. That is one. And secondly, also somebody with experience would obviously bring in that kind of guidance and growth for their particular city. Definitely doesn't really need to be in from apparel for sure. There is no a rule that they need to be from apparel, but somebody from the experience would definitely help the brand in that particular city.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely. I think Saeed very well said. Basically, if Bharat, if you look at the industry dynamics, basically people invest in the category they are mastered in.
True.
So that is why basically we have considered people who have the experience, who understand this business, who understand this retail, can be a good potential investor for us. And plus, he can utilize his network. And so the sales that we have estimated, he can not add the growth, he can add multipliers to the sales.
Correct.
Absolutely.
He can make more profit. Yeah.
Right. So hope it is not mandatory, or I mean, it is just the. Is it mandatory to have a prior experience?
No, it is not. It is not.
It is not. Okay. Also, a couple of questions related to your closest competitor. How would you handle them? If you have done any sort of study.
Yeah, so I tell you, competitor, it's an interesting question. So as I said, we are operating between a couture brand and retail brands like Manyavar and something, right? Obviously, all of them are our competitors. But if you look at it, our competitors are the boutiques. The customer goes to a designer store and says, "Oh, I want something like a good design like this, or a couture brand," and then probably doesn't try like the price point or something. And if you go to something like Manyavar or like Jayapana or any of the retail brands, you might not, it is not up to your liking for the design. So now the customer is stuck to go to a boutique or somebody who is probably not that trustworthy as a brand. Now that is where we come in. If you look at who are our competitors strictly from a price to product point of view, I think there will be all these mid-range boutiques and then the brands in the city. Not any big national level player for sure. That is where the opportunity kicks in for us. How often do we roll out design? That is the USP. We would be rolling out designs very often, considering that we are not bound by the inventory model, which means like we will launch the design, the digital catalog also will be there with the store to sell, because the customer who is at the store, that's where we are bringing in a lot of technology so that the customer can visualize that particular product digitally in the store as well. Because let's say 1500 SFT carry certain number of garments, we would give you multifold of that garments by multiple methods. One is that we would have catalog books which would have catalog for each of the different types of setups, like for shirting, for suiting, for ethnic, multiple fabric options, which is essentially a lot of combinations for customers to choose from. Secondly, digital catalog, which means like all the products that we have ever designed and made to order. And so then you can ask me what would be my inventory. Then your inventory at the store would be whatever is picking up, which is where we will analyze and rotate the stock in that sense.
Right. Related to inventory, Rajesh is asking, like, against 40 lakh inventory, what is it? It is at cost or the MRP? The
Sorry?
inventory which you would be providing, again, against a what? Cost, or it is an MRP?
It is a cost. 40 lakh rupees inventory that we have got at cost. So
At
the
cost.
MRP of this 40 lakh inventory is going to be around 55 lakhs, 52 to 55 lakhs.
Okay. The next question we'll take from Akash. Could you elaborate on manufacturing? I mean, it is outsourced or you manufacturing it? Please help us
So
understand.
we have 30% manufacturing in-house, and like close to 30% manufacturing in-house, rest outsourced as well. That's where we created this technology in terms of made to order, where we connect our partners also on the platform. Now, but I would like to answer other thing, that our designs are all our own designs. So there is nothing like we trade. There is no trading happening here. Let me be very, very clear. The designs are not sourced from the market. We create our own designs. The fabric is sourced, the job work is done, the output is done, but everything is done on an internal design guideline basis. So there is no trading, there is no products are all created internally. Yes, some manufacturing happens in-house, some manufacturing, like percentage of manufacturing happens outsourced. Yes.
Also, I mean, if you could also share related to your Hyderabad store, like the first 2 months sale when store was open. I mean, just an idea in case if you could share, if
Correct, correct.
possible, and
So,
the
yeah.
last month sale and the average sale per month of store opening till date. Any just an idea.
Correct. So I will tell you that we operate in a occasions-led business. So obviously it's seasonal. But to talking to your this particular numbers, so we're talking about I would tell you from in our peak seasons and non-peak seasons, what are our numbers? In a peak seasons like your October, November, we did post GST, we did like a 47 lakhs, 49 lakhs. You can say close to 45 lakhs post GST numbers is what we have done in terms of our peak seasons. In terms of our non-peak season, we have done, let's say, something like the start of the month start of the year. Last year, if you're talking about, we did 24 lakhs, 26 lakhs. And the lowest what we have done is like 19 lakhs and 16 lakhs. So during our low non-season months. So that's been the cycle. But the lowest current what we are doing even in the non-season is 20-25 lakhs. So that's broadly what we are at.
And how often you roll out your design?
Yeah. So every month we will be rolling out design. And even actually in shortly, we are coming up with a principle that weekly, how can we engage our customer with, with more designs is what we are planning around, so that digitally we can launch more, physically we can launch in the store slightly on a monthly level.
Okay, now we'll take the last question. I know there's a time constraint. Size of the store and what approx square feet rate for interior setup?
Sorry?
Rajesh is asking what is the size, what should be the size of store And what would be the approx square feet rate for the interior setup?
The size of the store we planned is 1500 SFT. We're talking about close to, I think we're talking about close to 200 to 230 per SFT.
Yeah,
Is what
yeah, that's right. So here basically we are taking a minimum area of 1500 square feet. That is minimum required. It can be a larger space. And your setup cost is going to be around close to 2000 rupees per square feet. So depending on the area, you can recalculate. So it's going to be around 30 lakh rupees. If your area is bigger, then your cost basically setup cost goes up. And 5 lakh rupees is the one-time non-refundable franchisee fee.
5 lakh rupee.
Correct.
Okay.
And 2000 rupees per square feet is the setup cost that includes your civil, electrical, interior, equipment, IT, POS, everything, plus your inventory.
Okay.
That's it.
And what about the exit criteria for the franchisee?
Usually it's a 3 years lock-in period, and after 3 years, basically franchisee has to serve 6 months notice, and they can exit from the business.
Okay. Abhishek Singh is asking, what about the marketing support for the store?
So I'll tell you what's the marketing support. That's a good question. So we are very strong online. So what we have also realized is that apart from our the first channel being store being our good revenue point, the other thing is what we've realized is the inquiries, right? So we generate inquiries for our partners, which is where within the city that you're operating in, we run our marketing campaigns online. Online marketing is taken care by us. Physical marketing in terms of is where the partner should put out, but online marketing we would also bring in that kind of revenues that kind of inquiries to the team, in-store team, so that in-store team can help the customer make a walk-in happen. Apart from the visibility direct walk-ins that happen, we'll also do online based marketing. Yes. And even our Instagram is stronger, and we would use that to kind of bring in the kind of walk-ins that is required. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check if we have another question. Okay. So Payal is asking, are you interested for FOCO model in Gujarat location?
Yes, we can explore it. Definitely, the franchise India team will take it forward.
And as you mentioned that the marketing is to be done by the franchisee. How in FOCO is this possible? I mean, in FOCO, if it is FOCO, ideally, I mean, the brand should take care of the franchisee. This is what he's thinking.
Sorry, what I meant is that, okay, my mistake, but online, I was talking more on the online perspective. But otherwise, yes. Yeah, we are running multiple campaigns in brand building. If you look at the inquiries that we get currently also. So from a marketing standpoint, the team is very strong, and that requires, as the physical store launches there, we would be doing both physical walk-in based marketing or inquiry based marketing, along with awareness kind of marketing. Happens in that particular region or an area. But otherwise, all over India, anyways, the online sale, online marketing is there. So the brand awareness is slightly already there. But basis what it is there, we will, go basis the location of the franchise. We would go all out in that location in terms of the marketing.
Okay. Also an important question. Does the franchisee get back 40 lakh inventory deposit on exit? In case if we exit, does he get the 40 lakh rupee inventory deposit?
I think that we can work it out on that.
So so whatever so company will take back the basically left out stock at cost that we have supplied.
Yeah.
Suppose we have given you 40 lakh rupees of inventory. Out of that 40 lakh inventory, 30 lakhs or 20 lakhs is sold. then remaining 20 lakh rupees, we will take it at cost. But franchisee has to pay the logistic cost of the transportation.
Okay. And the last will take, I mean, you as a brand will take care of all the ATL, BTL online, the offline marketing for the store, right?
Yes, yes. In a FOCO model, essentially we will get the revenues done. So that's essentially the case. We will make sure the marketing happens both online and offline, and make sure that we get the give the enough awareness in the localities that we are present, and make the walk-ins happen. But obviously we will be using online more because we are strong there to get the walk-ins happen physically.
All right, great. Thanks so much, sir, for being available for this webinar. I really appreciate Ashok sir, Sahid sir, and Hussain ji for coming here on this webinar, talking about the brand, the business opportunity. In case if anyone would like to contact us, my suggestion is to get in touch on our hotline number, that is 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. I already have shared these two contact details in the chat box. I understand that you definitely may have further questions also, right? And I really appreciate all the viewers who raised their question, get all queries clarified. I mean, we really appreciate for that, sir. But still, in case if you would like to contact, yes, our mobile number as well as the email ID I already have shared. You can contact us through that. Yeah. So that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this webinar. Tomorrow we will again come up with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day ahead.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.